Hi everyone, welcome back to Workshop, and just an update to one of my last videos where I modified my PCR500M AC power supply by fitting this external on-off switch so that I could control the output here very easily and quickly from my end of the workbench. And a couple of people commented quite rightly that paralleling up a switch via a long cable into the back of the unit and onto the PCB over the existing switch was likely to cause a problem. If there's any RFI or ESD, static, anything like that might get induced on the cable here, it would make its way onto the display PCB here and could possibly damage the electronics inside here. So I decided to make a modification, an upgrade to my external switch. So what I'm doing is this switch here activates an optocoupler, and that output from that optocoupler is then across the contacts for the front panel switch on the device. So it's totally isolated from circuits within the PCR500M. So here's the diagram here. It's very simple really. Got the external push button here which activates the input to the optocoupler, and then the output from the optocoupler is a MOSFET double drain, and that can go across the PCB contacts. Now of course the input to the optocoupler, the LED, will need current to go through it, therefore it needs a power source, and I can't use power from within the PCR500M itself, otherwise that negates the whole thing of having it totally uncoupled from the PCB. So I'm going to use a coin cell, and I'll get away with that because it's a momentary action, and that coin cell should last for quite a long time, a bit like a TV remote, it'll last forever. So here is the old front panel for the PCR500, and I just used it as a bit of a test bed to see if it's going to work, and here it is. Looks a little bit of a monster, but the idea behind this is this will go in there, and this coin cell holder here will actually be through one of these slots on the front panel. So I don't need to take off this panel in order to change the battery, because it'll be simply available through that slot there. And to get at that, all I need to do is remove the filter cover. And here is my modification up close. You can see that I've mounted this small PCB with the coin cell, the resistor and the optocoupler there on a standoff, a metal standoff that I'd screwed to the PCB, and I brought the two switch contacts up there, as you can see, up through some wire onto the PCB, and then I've got my little JST connector in the back there for hooking up the external switch. So my little perf board here is already wired up, all ready to go. I've even put a connector on the end of this cable now so it can easily be disconnected. So I'll hook it all up and we'll give it a test. Right, ready for a test. Got the push button hooked up, got the coin cell in, power's on. Let's hit the button. Yes, and it works. And just to make sure the front panel switch is still okay, yep it is. Perfect. Now one other comment in the last video was, why not put an LED on this remote switch? Well, yes I would, but I don't think it's that easy. And the reason for that is I want to keep it completely isolated from the main unit. In order to put an LED on here, I would need an external power source. One that will be on all the time when that output LED is on. And there's just no easy way of doing that. I could use a DC to DC to galvanically isolate it, but that doesn't make it completely immune from any problems, ESD, static, etc. on this cable. So I'm just going to leave it for now. I didn't put an LED originally because I didn't think I need it. Because in reality, yes, this unit here is at the other end of the workbench, but the workbench is not that far away. This panel here is very visible to me, including that LED. And I'd rather keep my eyes on the display rather than keeping my eyes on the LED if I was to fit one on here. So now I can go ahead and fit this new PCB onto my new panel that I'd fitted, and let's get it fitted to the PCR500 and make sure that coin cell is accessible within the slot on that front panel there. There is the coin cell holder just through there, so I can just fit the battery now. And it doesn't touch any of the metal work, and it's fairly well clear. Perfect. And it's also flush enough there that it won't interfere with the filter. But I will need to use probably a pair of plastic pliers or something like that to remove it in any time. So another test before I box it back up. Yep, that's working.